So it's easy to say, I want to be able to drink like my partner drinks because they can have just a couple drinks and be cool with it. But the normal drinkers also have a vice. It might not be alcohol though. It might be something less visible. They're getting their fill through another vice that's not necessarily alcohol. That doesn't mean that they're not addicted to alcohol. That just means that their body and their mind prefers this vice of nicotine, maybe a little bit more, or something else a little bit more. But understand that that's what alcohol is supposed to do. Alcohol is supposed to make you addicted to it. That's what it's inherently designed and meant to do. So we can't judge ourselves off of other people's relationships to alcohol. There's nobody out there, even our partners, our friends, our parents, our grandparents, who drinks habitually and is not addicted, contrary to what we might think. So in society, we have this really interesting relationship to alcohol where it is constantly around in everything that we do. It's always at events. It's always the lubricant to get people to be comfortable with each other, like it's on dates and at work events and all that kind of stuff to get people to connect. So in society, it seems like alcohol is something that really should be there, and that there are normal drinkers, so people can hold their shit together and not drink too much or black out or go too far with it. Those are the people that can hold it together and they can really just have, a couple drinks. And then on the other side of society, there's people who actually can't hold their shit together, right? They black out when they drink too much when they start drinking. They have, an addictive personality, let's say, and they go a little bit too far with it. So there's normal drinkers and then there's the abnormal drinkers. Both parties are 1000% addicted to alcohol. It doesn't matter. But people on this side, the abnormal drinkers, typically think that there's something wrong with them, or that they aspire to be like the guys over here that are normal drinkers. But it's not actually a reality, you guys. It doesn't actually exist that way. Alcohol is inherently and scientifically addictive. That is what it is. So there are plenty of people out there that might be able to have a couple of drinks of alcohol every 2 weeks or every week and totally be fine. And to people that are on the abnormal drinking side, they look at those people and they say, well, I want to, I can still drink alcohol and I'm going to be able to do it like them. I'm just going to have a couple drinks. But what those people don't understand about the normal drinkers is that the normal drinkers also have a vice. It might not be alcohol though. It might be something less visible. So that could be nicotine. It could be sugar. It could be lifting weights, validation, social media. It could be other drugs. It could be a million different things that the normal drinkers, the so-called normal drinkers, actually use to get their emotional gap filled. With people who are abnormal drinkers, they get their emotional gap filled through alcohol. And the thing is with alcohol, it's just more obvious. It's just more visible than what you might see otherwise. Kind of like people that are really obese, they have a food addiction. That's also like a super visible addiction, and that sucks, right? But alcohol and food addictions are two different types of addictions. They're two different types of addictions that basically are visible at the surface. However, that doesn't mean that the normal drinkers aren't actually addicted to alcohol. They are addicted to alcohol. They're addicted to the feeling, just like abnormal drinkers are. They're addicted to the atmosphere that alcohol brings. They're addicted to the general attitude around alcohol and the substance itself. However, they're just getting their fill, right, through other vices that, for whatever reason, work for them and their chemicals in their body better than alcohol drinkers. Whereas for alcohol drinkers, they're getting their fill so much of the time from alcohol, whatever that fill is, filling that gap, that internal gap, rather than filling it with nicotine or other people or validation, they're simply getting it through alcohol. That was me. So to reel it all in, alcohol is an addictive substance, and everybody that we know is addicted to alcohol if they drink, because alcohol is an addictive substance. So it's easy to say, I want to be able to drink like my partner drinks because they can have just a couple drinks and be cool with it. But the other side of that is, what else are they doing to fill that gap? What's that partner of yours doing that's actually allowing them to fill that gap internally? Are they smoking cigarettes? Are they doing other drugs? Are they cheating? Are they, addicted to TV or social media or all these various things? And that's simply their fill. So we can't judge ourselves off of other people's relationships to alcohol. The other side of it is society is so brainwashed to believe that alcohol is necessary. The alcohol needs to be at all these events. It needs to be at all of these, cookouts and work events and social gatherings. It's like a staple in college, right? I mean, we all understand what college is. So really what it is. It's a place where a lot of people go to learn, but they are partying their asses off. Like that shit is a big ass party, that's for sure. It's everywhere. So we think that people around us who we love, who have this so-called great relationship to alcohol, can just be normal drinkers and that they're not addicted. But again, they're getting their fill through another vice that's not necessarily alcohol. That doesn't mean that they're not addicted to alcohol. That just means that their body and their mind prefers this vice of nicotine, maybe a little bit more, or something else a little bit more. But understand that it's no one's fault if they're sitting there and feeling more addicted to alcohol. That's what alcohol is supposed to do. Alcohol is supposed to make you addicted to it. That's what it's inherently designed and meant to do. It's an excellent product to sell. It's an amazing product for return clients. Frankly, it's all just a lie. It's just a lie. Like none of that shit is actually real. People who have decided to stop drinking, like myself, and have that comparison to life when they did drink versus when they didn't drink, will all say the same thing. It's actual freedom when you decide to stop drinking. And look, I wasn't even like a heavy drinker. Like I stopped drinking when I was 25 or 26 years old. It was a decision I made because I started to experience my mom's drinking get really, really bad, and I was noticing that I was blacking out and noticing that I was browning out and just not acting in line with my character. And I saw that it doesn't get better, let's just say, if you keep drinking. So I cut that off, but I was by no means at rock bottom. I never went to rehab. I never did any of that. And even still, I have this experience where I can look at my life now that I haven't drank for 3 years, and before that when I was drinking, and it is 7 billion times better. It's just that people in society keep perpetuating this narrative that in fact alcohol does make your life better, and that there are normal drinkers and that there are abnormal drinkers. Everybody, if they drink alcohol to a certain degree, is addicted to alcohol because that's what it's designed to do. And the people that seem normal, like they're normal drinkers, get their vices elsewhere. But that doesn't mean that alcohol can be drank without being addicted. You are going to be addicted to alcohol when you drink it, just like you are going to be addicted to nicotine when you smoke it. So for me, I just did myself a favor and I was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna have any of this in my life because I already know where that's gonna go and I don't want any part in it. So if you guys like this video, please like it. If you have any comments or any questions, go ahead, drop them down below. I love talking about ways to improve my life hacks. I made a video about not drinking coffee and how that changed my life. If you guys are interested in that kind of stuff and following a lifestyle, following my journey as I learn through life and navigate things, go ahead and subscribe below. I would love to see you. We have an awesome community here. And if you guys have any other comments, questions, anything at all, go ahead and let me know. Thank you guys. Talk to you later. See ya.